Welcome back, kids. We've got the one and only Gilbert Arenas, who was a player in this league, and now you're a coach.
Yes.
How did you finesse that?
When you can't compete, you get on the other side of the ball, and that's what I decided to do. I realized that these kids is too young for my bones, and I decided I'm going to be a coach now.
How old are you, Bones?
39.
39.
But they feel
dude.
like 65.
Yeah.
They feel about 65.
Yeah, there's a bell curve on those bones.
Yeah, there is. What does a man like you do in Vegas? You've done some crazy shit.
Now, I got kids. I got kids, so I can't really do what I want to do.
Yeah. They're not behind camera.
I got responsibility. They're behind the camera.
Okay.
I got responsibilities now.
It's weird because we all have to grow up, but dude, the stories of you are legendary.
I know.
I'll ask one in a PC fashion, if you don't mind. Is it true that you took a dump in one of your teammates' shoes?
No. I used my dog poop.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. But it was very well planned, though.
Yeah.
I had it all mayonnaised out, spread it, put the shoe, the sole back
on the top,
the sole
nice.
back on the top.
Yeah.
The baby powder. I put the baby powder so it couldn't smell it, and I guess he's seen the baby powder.
Oh, really?
Oh, wait, so the baby powder's to mask the initial scent, but then it wears off and it's just shit, right?
Yeah, but I guess he's seen the white powder, so
Yeah.
I didn't think past that part.
But see, here's why I love this story is I used to do that. But I used to do it super clever like you did. I did it. I wrapped it in a burrito shell, put full nachos around it, put everything, guacamole. Because if you put the guac in there, it's almost like, oh man, that's too expensive. They wouldn't just burn the guac.
Guac's extra. Everybody knows that.
Yes, guac's extra. That's the extra mile I would go to get people. So when I read that story, I was like, I'll ask him.
Then there was a better one. I almost got him because his name is Blotch.
Yes.
Right? So I cut the L for I, took off the HE, so his name was Bitch. And he almost went into the game. I almost got it in the game. But I guess when he took it off, he felt that breeze, and someone was like, "Oh, get!" I was like, "Oh, I almost had it."
That would have been the best move of all time.
I feel like stuff like that's good for the locker room. You got to fuck with each other.
Yes,
a little bit,
that's people don't understand.
It's too tense
We're
all the time.
We're still kids.
Yeah.
When you get into the NBA, you're 18, 19, 20. That's your childhood still. You're not even a young adult. You're still a kid. You know what I mean? It's like,
but a rich kid too.
Yeah, you have the kids, and then you got the older guys.
Yeah.
But the kids are still like, yo, we trying to have fun still.
Right.
We can't go to the club, so this is our club.
I know.
This locker room is our club right now.
I know, man, and it's one of those things where you look out and you're like, man, you're in Vegas. There's all these other kids that are playing. Yeah. They know you. You're legendary, obviously. Washington Wizards, though, are going through some hard times. I don't know if you're still a Wizards fan. Do you follow it as much?
Yes, I still follow.
Okay.
They're
looking for a coach.
It's rough looking for a coach, but just like anything, you have to pick a coach on where your team is. And I think that's the reason some coaches get fired is because you don't have the right coach for that team or that part of the organization's rebuilding station. If you have a rebuilding coach, make sure he's on a rebuilding team.
Right.
And you have, a coach that only know how to coach real talent, you can't have him around young talent.
Right.
They just don't mesh.
Yeah, it's interesting you say that because I'm a Hawks fan. Which is terrible in itself. We'll never win. Atlanta sports fan here. And Budenholzer, the coach of Milwaukee, he was the coach of Atlanta. Both teams met in the conference, but the conference finals. I couldn't figure out why he couldn't drive that Atlanta team there, but it makes perfect sense of what you just said of hey, he wasn't great with Trae Young and those guys, but he's super great.
But you need a coach that it's like, don't coach me in what I am already good at. Coach me at what we're not good at. So if they're not a great defensive team, you need a defensive coach that can push them because the offense moves. But if you have an offensive coach trying to push offense and wait, hold on, we know how to do this already. Just let us do this and you handle the other. And you need coaches like that too. It's one of those things that it has to be the perfect match.
It's tough. He's in the military, so he knows that.
Yeah, not anymore. But yeah, this is your first time ever coaching at a professional level?
Yes.
Yeah.
And how are you feeling about that? I mean, it
should be easy because they're professionals.
Right, exactly. But it sounds like you already have, you're not just an X's and O guy. You're looking into the theory of coaching and stuff.
Yeah, you have to coach personalities.
Right.
You have 12 guys, 15 guys on a roster. All have to be treated different. You want to treat them equally, but they have to be treated different. Some people you can yell at.
Yeah.
Some people you can't. You're trying to maximize everyone's potential. So as a coach, that's what you're really coaching, potential. Like who can do what, when. I need to yell on him, maybe not him. I mean, I need to push him. Like you have to figure that all out. You just can't blanket it and say, all right, everyone's under the same umbrella.
Yeah, and what I love about you in particular is you take this seriously. I watched you play in this league, and now watching you coach this year, I can tell, like, you're in it already. Like, let's go.
I told them, I said, you missed 2 shots in a row. I can't wait to sell swag. I just can't, because I know he's going to quit, and then he's going to, like, run in the back, and then we're going to win.
There he is right now. There's Swaggy P.
He's talking a lot of shit.
We was just talking about subbing you.
He's talking about subbing you. He's the originator.
Do you see his face already?
He's already
The thought of him getting subbed.
That's why I didn't want to play with you, man. I'm scared of this moment right here.
See, the thought of him getting subbed just makes me smile, because I know he's gonna be mad.
Hey, you took his look away shot. No look.
did.
Hey, we're gonna shoot and then
I
look
made
away.
it better because I missed it.
You've
great.
seen the meme. That was after you. But you made yours, so
Yeah, of course. Always.
Yeah.
I don't do that missing stuff.
Yeah.
So that's all he's known for is missing.
That's all. Wow.
Missing
And a
shots.
couple other things.
Look, the
With
internet-
cell phone and everything else. Wink, but yeah.
The internet is undefeated.
Yeah.
You got to be careful what you do in public these days because you might end up a meme.
Yes.
Exactly. Gilbert, tell everybody where they can find you.
Right now, I'm on getting ready for season 2 of the No Chill podcast on Football
Yeah.
TV. I've been working it. You
Yeah.
know, I've been working it. When I first started it, I was just doing it because I was bored.
Right,
and then
right.
people actually liked it, so it's like, took it serious, and now I'm on season 2 on a TV show.
Well,
Nice.
with us in particular, I mean, we've done this for 7 years. Athletes are the hardest to interview. You're always looking for that one guy with a personality. You've got one of the biggest personalities in sports. That's why your podcast rocks.
With athletes it's different. We're always, because we're being interviewed all the time during the season, we're basically handicapping what we do and what we say because we're afraid of, like, the angle.
Right.
See, it's the angle that the athlete is afraid of. Like,
Yeah, the media might be talking tomorrow about how you and Swaggy P have some rivalry, and you guys ready to fight.
So when you're interviewing them, just say, listen, this is a conversation. If you say anything that you don't want out, just tell us.
Right,
We'll
yeah,
erase it.
yeah.
That right there, you say that actually opens up. Like when I had Kevin Durant, I told him, hey, I'm not here talking about you and your relationship with Draymond Green.
Yeah.
This is about you and what you do.
Yeah, yeah.
And then from that, he like, all right, he opened up, and that's like, those are the best interviews when you can get the guy to like have a conversation with you.
And it isn't, because he's an interesting guy and he's fun, but it just takes a little bit of prying and be like, hey, man.
Yeah, because, we're sensitive. We are, because our whole life we've been praised for what we do. When we go on the road, you're booing me because you like me.
Right.
You're booing me because you hate what I do to your team.
Right.
That's still love. So the first time we see real hate is when the media writes something. And the funny part about it is usually they're true. We just didn't want to hear it. Like if I didn't pass the ball to my teammates,
Yeah.
and you just pointed it out, I don't like that you pointed that out. Like
Right.
I was purposely not passing it in, but you just made it for the public to see.
Yeah.
And that's what, so we get angry that the stuff you say it's real truth, but we just didn't want to recognize it at that moment in time.
Right.
Last question for you here. Could you go out and drop 35 tomorrow in this league?
Who's guarding me? Do I gotta play defense? Do I gotta play defense? If I don't have to play defense, yes, I can score 35. But I have to go back and forth because my first game here, I played 7 minutes and I slept for 2 days after.
Exhausted, right?
Never seen anything like it.
Well,
I was like, man, what is this?
It might be worse this week because it's 117 degrees outside.
Yeah,
I know.
yeah,
Boy, I know.
Yeah.
Well, look, Gilbert, we appreciate you joining us. Looking forward to watching you coach this year. Hopefully you'll bring it home.
Hopefully, we'll see.
We'll see if you're in the Bahamas. We'll see. We'll find out.
All right.
All right.
Can't wait.